Guys, so you know when you have those weeks where you have so much to do, there's tests, there's quizzes, there's projects, there's group work, and everything has to be done what seems like immediately. The tension's building up, and all of a sudden you realize you have so much to do that you feel like you can't get out of this cognitive bubble where everything is stuck and you're not feeling well, and emotionally, physically, you just can't bust yourself out of this funk. Well, that's something that I like to refer to as anxiety. And today I'm going to tell you a little bit how to deal with that. My favorite way to deal with it is this thing called a half-speed day, and I'm going to get into that in a minute. But first I want to start with the night before you take this half-speed day. So everything you have going on in your week, I want you to write it down. That's what I like to do. I just journal right before I go to bed, nothing eloquent or sophisticated. I just have a little marble notebook that I write down what's bothering me or what I have to get done. I put that to bed, and then I go to bed. When I wake up in the morning, I like to start my day with a nice, easy, deep breath, just so slow, and then I move on with my day. So the half-speed day. The way that it works is everything that you need to do, you give yourself time and a half to do it. You don't actually move physically slower or anything like that. You're just going to be giving yourself more time. And I think you'll be surprised because you actually end up getting about the same amount of stuff done. So when I get up in the morning, it takes me about an hour to get ready. So for this, I'm going to give myself an hour and a half. It just gives me time to sort of get into my day, wake up a little bit. And then when I walk to class, normally it only takes me 10 minutes. But if I give myself 20 minutes, I'm not stressing myself, building up all of that tension while I'm power walking a half a mile to get to class. So when I go about my day, there's not really a lot I control within my that I can control within my classes as far as how far they move. But when I go when I go for my lunch break, instead of just scarfing down my food in a half hour, I take the whole hour and actually utilize the time. That's the important thing when you're giving yourself double time or time and a half to do things, is that you don't just rush through the first 15 minutes and sit there for an hour. What you really want to do is utilize all of the time that you're giving yourself. So why do I do this half-speed day? Why do I take things so much slower? For me, slowing down physically reminds me to slow down mentally. I mean, you'd be surprised with the correlation between what you're physically doing and what you're mentally doing. But for me, it makes everything sort of slow down to a one at a time kind of a thing. So, first I have to do A and then B and then C, and I know the time that I have to do this. This day, it takes a tiny little bit of preparation, but not too much. What you really want to do is write down everything that you have to get done, whether that's journaling the night before or whatever you feel like you need to do. But for me, if I have a list of the things that I have to do, it makes it a lot easier to get those things done. As far as reminding yourself throughout the day, because it's not actually the easiest thing to move, to move slower, to give yourself more time to do things because we're so used to rushing all the time. What you're going to want to do is put your ring on a different finger, wear a different scarf, paint your fingernails a different color, something like that. But give yourself a physical reminder that you're taking the slower day. Those are the tips I have for you guys. If y'all have any questions, just go ahead and shoot us an email, leave us a message. Check out more information from our website right here.